Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR Halacha. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Wednesday, 22nd day of November, 4th day of Kislev. Here we go. Today, more laws about shoes in halacha. Here we go. If you must insert a shoelace into your shoe on Shabbos, it's best if you try to insert it in a non-permanent way, if possible. Permanent would be too much of a problem of makabapatish, like you're really fixing it. And so you have to do it in some way that's considered like non-permanent. Okay, next halacha. If you half inserted a shoelace before Shabbos, then it's okay to complete inserting it in the middle of Shabbos if you have to. A shoelace that fell out, you could like slip it back in if it's not too difficult and not too much of a pachka, that you're not doing too much fixing on Shabbos, then you're allowed to do that. If it ripped, you're allowed to take that little piece that ripped, and if you would want to, and if it would work, you could reinsert it. It just came out of the shoe. You could put it back if you need to. A nail that protrudes from your shoe, and you're not allowed to do any fixing with that. That could be considered a problem of makah b'patish, which means the final hammer blow, the final fixing of the shoe, and you're not allowed to do that on Shabbos. If you have a loose tap, now this is something that does happen to people. You're walking along, one of the taps of your shoe starts to fall. You're not really allowed to mess with it. You kind of sort of have to leave it. You could continue to walk, even though walking on it is going to possibly push it back in. That's okay. You're allowed to continue walking. If there's a thumbtack stuck in your shoe, that's not really part of your shoe, and you're allowed to take the thumbtack out of your shoe. Small pebbles that are inside of your shoe, if you notice them while you're walking outside of an Eruv, you are allowed to just continue walking. But if you're noticing it in your house, it'd be a good idea to just shake them out before you go outside of an Eruv. In halacha, you will find it written in the Shulchan Aruch that brand new shoes were a problem to be worn on Shabbos, because sometimes you'd find but don't tune me out here. It's important that you hear the end of it. That was old-fashioned shoes of the a couple hundred years ago, when people used to buy brand new shoes and would just wear them first time on Shabbos. They would discover too many problems and find that they were taking them off, trying to stretch them, and certain things that you wouldn't want to have happen on Shabbos, especially when you're walking outside of an Eruv. But the Shabbos Home and other Jewish books of today say that it doesn't apply so much with our shoes of today. Most of them, you do try them on in the store. They are pretty perfect and don't need a lot of adjusting. But hey, sometimes you're going to have one of those tight pairs of shoes and you're going to take a long walk on Shabbos and find out that it is giving you a blister, and you're going to want to take it off. You might be outside of an Eruv, and that's all kinds of problems. So do be careful about that and try to know if these shoes are good. You're walking a long distance, you're going outside of an Eruv or something, and they're brand new and they're good shoes of today, but you haven't ever taken a long walk with them before. You may want to just be careful about that and maybe save your brand new shoes for not your super duper long walk on your first Shabbos with them, because you may run into problems. But that's just a good idea in general. Okay, thanks for logging on, and log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.